You know what really makes me angry? When I start to do a stand-up for Speed and they start playing loud music and I got to talk even louder than I am now.
It isn't fair to lump me in with Hinton because he's a college-educated man with a family, and I am a flunk out of Ball State who can't hold a job, who does hate a lot of things. Dale Jr. would have done that. I'm all for him. I've never met the guy, but I like Dale Jr. I really do.
Yeah, right.
I used to.
Dale Jr. is to me and is just number one. He tries not to hit anybody, and y'all start in on him every time, and I am sick of it.
He tried so hard to miss Carl yesterday.
Yeah, that car was so far sideways when he hit him. Come on, lady.
Put
the Jack Daniels down and call back later.
I think I entirely deserve that for saying that Kurt Busch stapled his ears back together early in the season, and now it's 1-1, and we have to have a tiebreaker. And the owners of Champ Car finally get it through their heads. We've got to have the same people in the cars every year so people might start paying attention to us. It's called professional auto racing. And guess what? As long as they keep treating this like a Monopoly game, nobody's going to respect them. She's 34 years old, allegedly. I haven't seen her birth certificate. I think she's older. She is, by definition of all the people that race with her in Grand Am racing, talented, very talentedly. She's challenged to be talented at any level, at any speed.
You know Gossage pretty well, and I mean his ego's as big as Texas. We know that, and this would be a chance for him to come in and save the Indy Racing League, find him a title sponsor. They could probably build a statue next to Ray Haroon out in front of the Speedway, and he'd be pretty happy. But
just stop with it.
But this just goes to show you how screwed up Champ Car racing is, and how unserious these guys are about beating Newman Haas. You don't come up with a team driver for Paul Tracy till a week before the season. You don't test him or anything in a brand new car. How are you going to beat Newman Haas? You're not. This is the only sport in the world where you start your career at the Indianapolis 500. If you're a baseball player, you go through AAA or single A or W. You start at single A and you go all the way to AAA. If you're good enough, you make it to the majors. No, not in racing. You get a sponsor, you get a car, and you go take your rookie test, and you run the Indy 500. Oh my, this is fun.
I've been on Mark Miles's butt, not nearly enough. I'm going to start getting meaner here because he doesn't listen to anybody who knows anything about racing.
That big yacht back there belongs to Tony George, and he said if I can swim to it, he's going to feed me.